Students, hope you all are good. This is my third video on MySQL. In this video, I will be introducing you to MySQL. We'll be learning what is MySQL, features of MySQL, and how we can download and install MySQL. What is MySQL? Students, MySQL is an open source software. Open source means the softwares which can be downloaded for free through internet. We don't have to pay any cost to download these softwares. They are available free of cost. Along with the softwares, the source code of the software is also available. These softwares are available for use without any license, means we don't have to purchase the license to use such open source softwares. So MySQL is also an open source relational database management system, and we can pronounce MySQL as MySQL. This MySQL software was developed by David Exmark, Alan Larson, and Michael Virginius. They all had worked together for developing this software since the 1980s. Features of MySQL. The very first feature is MySQL is released under an open source license. As MySQL is an open source software, so we don't need to purchase any license for its usage, as MySQL is a license free software. Second feature is it requires no cost or payment for its usage. Again the same, as MySQL is an open source software, so it is freely available on internet. So that is why there is no need for any cost to use this software. Next feature is MySQL has superior speed, is easy to use and is reliable. This MySQL is very easy to learn and use. It does not require any professional training, as it uses simple English-like statements for connecting with a database. Then MySQL is a platform independent application. Platform independent application means this MySQL is compatible with many operating systems, like it can work with Windows, Unix and Linux, etc. Next is MySQL is an easy to install RDBMS. MySQL can be easily downloaded through internet, and anyone can easily install this software. The next feature is MySQL provides various integrity checks. Integrity checks are used to apply business rules for the database tables. These integrity checks are used to specify rules for data in a table. These are a set of rules. These integrity checks ensure that the data insertion, updating, and other processes have to be performed in such a way that data integrity is not affected. They guard against accidental damage to a database. Downloading MySQL. MySQL can be downloaded in Windows environment. It can also be downloaded in other OS environments. Here, I am providing the link to download MySQL in Windows environment. We can choose the appropriate download link as per the operating system. After choosing the appropriate download link for downloading MySQL, click on the download button for the community server. Then follow the following steps which I have shown on the further slides. After the installation file has finished downloading, double-click it, which begins the MySQL setup wizard. At the welcome message dialog box, click the next button. The MySQL setup wizard allows us to choose the installation directory on the computer and whether or not to have optional components installed. In the setup type dialog box, choose typical from the three options. MySQL will be installed in the default directory. C drive program files MySQL server. Click the next button. Now it is ready to install MySQL files. Click the install button. After the setup is complete, we should configure the MySQL server. MySQL Server Instance Configuration Wizard. This is a step-by-step process to configure MySQL. At the Initial Server Instance Configuration Wizard dialog box, click the Next button. Keep selecting the default options provided in subsequent windows. If the configuration does not encounter any errors, then information will be prompted that the configuration file was created. MySQL Server was installed and started, and the security settings applied. In the process of configuration of MySQL, a prompt for password will be displayed. Here, you should enter a password and remember this password as it will be required each time to start MySQL. Once MySQL is installed and configured, these are the steps to start working with MySQL. You have to click on the Start button on the taskbar, then go to All Programs. From All Programs, you will choose MySQL, then MySQL Server, and inside MySQL Server, you will select MySQL Command Line Client, which will open MySQL Command Line screen for you. Downloading MySQL in Linux environment. In this slide, there is a link for downloading MySQL in the Linux environment. You can choose the appropriate download link as per the desired operating system. Thanks for watching the video. Now you can start downloading MySQL for your system.